Okay, in this video we're going to go ahead and take the scan that you've placed on Google Drive, and we're now going to prepare it so we can capture it, snag it. So I'm now logged into Google Drive. I'm in my drive. I'm going to just open up any one of my examples that I've been using throughout today's courses. I'm going to go ahead and open up this. And here's a good example where you may have to download the file. I've opened it up in Google Drive, but no matter how many times I hit this minus symbol, I still can't get the entire image on the screen. And obviously I can't go that way. I need this thing to fit. Now, there's sometimes other tools here to rotate. I don't see that in this preview. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and download. So upper right hand corner, I want you to hit the download button. And if you're on your FCPS laptop, you're going to download, and when you open the scan, it should open Adobe Acrobat, and you now have the same functionality, but you can now zoom out quite a bit. That's good enough. Don't want to zoom out too much. Just enough so I can see the entire image on the screen. Now, things can also be rotated here if we want to, if we want the image to come in a certain way. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it the way it originally came in. I'm going to do some of my rotating, editing, cropping in Google Slide. So now comes a step which, if you're using an FCPS computer, you have a piece of Snagit software. It's called Snagit Editor 2020. On your keyboard to the right of the F12 key, there is a PRT SCR button. It's called Print Screen. I'm going to click on the Print Screen button. I'm now going to take my mouse and I'm going to click and drag. And if you're using it for the first time, it might prompt you to try it first, but it'll actually capture the image. So I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to put a box just around my sketch. I'm going to not get too tight. I want there to be a little bit of space around it. Now I'm going to select the camera icon to capture the image. Give it just a moment. Snagit is going to open. And once Snagit opens, we're going to go ahead and save it. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to save. I'm not going to do any editing here. I'm just going to capture that scanned image, and I'm going to hit Save. Now, I'm going to keep it simple and just save this to my desktop right here, desktop. And I'll give this a name. I'll call this Scan Activity for now. Now, don't change the file type. You can leave it as a PNG. Obviously, any image format will work with Google Slide, but keep it simple. TIFF would work, a JPEG would work, a GIF would work, a bitmap would work, but I'm going to leave it as a PNG file. Now, pay close attention to where you're saving this. So I'm going to hit Save. Okay. And now I'm going to close Snagit, and now I'm going to go to our Google Classroom. So I'm going to use my first period class. So under classwork, you will see an activity called Sketch, Scan, and Snag with a due date. The due date is by Wednesday, September 9th, 8 p.m. if you're an A-day student. If you're a B-day student, you'll see a different due date. Okay? So make sure you have read my instructions. Make sure that you are continuing to use my YouTube link to watch videos to prepare you for this activity, like how to scan using your phone. But now I'm going to open the class Google Slide. It is important that we understand that we're all using the same slideshow. So we all have editing rights. So you want to find a slide that hasn't been claimed yet. I'm just going to use the first one. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this slide as my last name, comma, first name. Then I'm going to insert my image, resize it, and crop it if need be. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. Remember, you saved the last file to your desktop, in my case, my desktop. And I'm going to go ahead and find the scan activity. Once again, this was on my desktop. So on my desktop, I'm going to open up the image I just saved using Snagit. I'm going to hit open, and there it is. Now, we're going to do a few things here. If you grab a corner, don't grab an edge. Grab a corner, you can resize proportionally. To rotate, grab that icon right there. And I want you to make this image as large as you can without covering your name. And if you need to remove the text box behind it, for example, if you want to get rid of this text box because it does have a tendency of sticking out, you can also remove it. Okay? Now keep in mind that for my example, I just drew this random object. You are drawing in 1 minute an animal of your choice. Keep it simple. We just need that image, that sketch, so that you can scan it, snag it, and then put it inside this Google slide. Okay? That's the end of the assignment. Once you're done, you're done. And I'll be checking that you did complete this assignment on time. Good luck.